This is a story of great courage and terrifying real-life images of fire and rescue. Most of the pictures that follow were shot by professional firefighters for purposes of training. But so sensational are these images that many have been in demand by broadcasters throughout the world. When the bells go down, every second counts.
I'm Glen Murphy. I play a firefighter on television, but nothing I've ever done compares to the feats of real firefighters. Watch. A burning tyre dump is a hellish place. A fire of this intensity will burn anything. Jets of water turn to steam before they reach the flames. Intense radiated heat is the enemy. Anything nearby is in danger of igniting. The idea is to contain the fire by keeping the periphery cool and wet. Thousands of gallons a minute is required to hold a blaze like this at bay. In remote locations, pumping water by relay can be a major undertaking. Insufferable heat, choking smoke, I can assure you, it's like staring through the gates of hell. Through this paper warehouse, the fire is spreading rapidly. This is a 20-pump fire. That means 20 pumping appliances. The firefighters' term for an engine are in action, along with a variety of supporting vehicles, including 3 aerials. As the fire rages, the very structure of the building grows more and more unstable. These highly skilled firefighters are aware of the danger. The risk of further collapse forces the firefighters to battle on the perimeter. Note how different materials issue smokes in a variety of shades. Here a cooling jet is directed at a diesel tank. To the trained firefighter's eye, this wall says, danger. He didn't flinch, did he? Even thick metal doors must be kept cool to prevent the fire spreading. Closed doors hold fires at bay. The back of the hand is used to assess the risk of further spreading. Here, firefighters managed to save nearly half this warehouse, but the damage still cost millions. In the UK alone, losses due to fire reach over £500 million every year. The Bronto Skylift is one of the aerial appliances. It allows water to be directed very precisely to inaccessible pockets of fire. Realistic training plays an important part in the fire brigade activities. This is an exercise. Role play by casualties and others is set to test all aspects of a firefighter.
Make contact. Persons reported. Multiple rescues in progress.
Here at an old brewery, a number of teenagers are supposed to be trapped on upper floors as fire sweeps through the building. Every brigade in the country trains in settings as realistic as possible.
In charge, make pumps 25, over 2. On the back.
I'm going to need a nurse pump. Right. Anyway,
You've got to drive it on hold. I want all spare men round here.
the objectives of the exercise have been reached. What we've done, make up.
Many emergency calls are not fires. Special services range from people caught in lifts through chemical spillages to road accidents. A major incident. 10 people died and many more were injured and required rescue. The fire brigade works closely with police, paramedics and doctors. The brigade's primary role is rescue. This incident led to calls for seat belts in coaches. A single-engine aircraft crashed on the motorway. The track pilot was cut free by firefighters. He survived, but the highly flammable aircraft fuel spilled all over the road and had to be rendered safe from possible ignition. The hydraulic spreader is used to separate crushed metal and free the trapped victim's legs. Notice how the engine was first cut away. Remember, if there is no immediate danger of fire, an injured casualty should not be moved. The man survived, another life saved. The driver lost his life. His body had to be cut free. Miraculously, the couple upstairs in bed were rescued uninjured. All too often, firefighters are called to accidents caused by people driving too fast and too close in bad weather. The danger of fire is very great. As fast as possible, get clear of the wreckage and don't smoke. The only message is to be careful at level crossings. Don't try to beat the train. A car smashed into this restaurant, starting the blaze. You're about to see some of the most dramatic fire footage ever shot. As the fire spreads from roof to roof, crews wearing breathing apparatus enter the upper floors to battle the blaze at close quarters. Low on air, this crew withdraws. The senior officer, in his white hat, commands firefighting operations from the front. Suddenly, a smoking crack appears. Crews are still inside. An officer rushes to warn them. A roll call is immediately taken. The firefighters who were inside heard the evacuation whistle and got out the back. All was safe. It took several more hours of effort before the fire was finally extinguished. This is a training mission. Firefighters have to attend emergencies everywhere, even at sea. The exercise here is to place a crew on a cross-channel ferry and tend to a simulated emergency. Here is the real thing. This oil tanker is on fire. Aboard an RAF helicopter, firefighters of the Kent Fire Brigade recce the scene. It appears that following a collision with another vessel, the tanker's crew has abandoned ship. The jets of water are from firefighter equipment set by the crew before they left. The decision was taken. Board the ship. The crew of 3 began to fight the fire. Other firefighters arrived by boat. Damage to the tanker was extensive.
There's an open channel. There's an open...
The other vessel also suffered heavy damage. Here a portable pump is delivered by the RAF and more firefighters. As you can see, the training paid off. Ship fires are particularly hot. It's all that metal and confined spaces. Needless to say, tanker fires take on a new dimension of danger.
Help them push this home through, will you?
This takes real courage. It's like an assault course in an oven blindfolded.
That's about all the length today. Is that all they got? That's all they got. Hey? That's all they got.
But the efforts of the firefighters did not go entirely unrewarded. The ship and its cargo were saved, and according to the law of the sea, the abandoned tanker became theirs. In the resulting settlement, the brigade, the RAF, and the Navy all recovered expenses. A day in the life of a firefighter can range from high seas to the mud of a country farm.
Getting something underneath. You're pulling that front leg, that's US arm on you. Yeah, that's it. That one's not doing that. That one wants Come on, get it behind us. Come on, girl. Don't let it go that far. Get the old Don't let the old dog go, because I want to keep her. Get her going. Right. Hold on, let her get the hose round. She's on her knees.
I wonder if the use of a hose as a sling is in the firefighter's manual.
Give it time, give it time, give it time. Hold on to it. Hold her if we can, 'cause I want this rope. Hold on to that. Well done, lad. Oh, can you put your fingers in her nose? You'll hold it down. That's it.
A dog has chased the fox down a hole and has become stuck. It was located by an ultra-sensitive listening device, normally used to find people trapped in collapsed buildings.
Good girl.
Do it with your hand, will you?
Good girl.
Just break it up.
Good girl. Not that one, just the pick handle. This is going on the television. Do we have someone with a clean tunic there now? Lucy, that's it. That's it. Well, here, make sure she doesn't run off.
Never mind the rabbit, come out.
She don't want to come, does she?
Now come out here. That's it, don't let her go, whatever you do.
The latest thermal imaging equipment helped locate a kitten trapped 50 feet along a drainage pipe.
Hold it. You want to get a shot, Chris? With a basket. Yeah. No, let's get a shot. Let's get a shot of him now. Yeah, one. Get ready to knock this one off.
No, it's out. It's the end of the plunger. There's no more.
Pepper the pony fell through a manhole cover into an old sewage shaft. A 100-foot turntable ladder is used as a crane. And Pepper is returned to her owner, not much worse for wear. Animal rescues are one thing, but the firefighters' adrenaline really flows when people are trapped, especially children.
We started off actually with brigade personnel digging away by hand and spade, subsequently assisted once we had arrival of a JCB digger. Having removed the earth, we then had a very difficult task of breaking into the side of the shaft where the lad was located. And this we had to do with hand tools, club hammer and chisel. We certainly couldn't have considered the option of hydraulic tools because of the risk of injury to the lad inside.
The young boy fell down this shaft and is now trapped.
All right, son. What am I pointing to talk at, lad? Your waist or what?
Just keep the conversation down there over one way.
That's your hand, is it? Hold it, Derek. Oops. Did you catch that bit for me? You missed. You all right now? Okay. At least he's grinning more than you lot are doing.
This is a lesson for landowners. Children can easily be harmed by dangerous structures of all kinds.
Those men outside get thirsty, give them a bit of your drink. If you've got to come now, we can.
Nearly 2 hours have now passed.
Dr. Mason, just done that job. Keep dropping while we're waiting.
Problem was the way his leg was jammed, made it extremely awkward to get him out without inflicting pain on him. So what we did was the blokes dug down even further, so that they were able to gently ease his feet round without any discomfort to him. So once it came nearer the time, obviously his spirits were starting to rise. Obviously we tried to keep on top of that and ensure that there was a little bit of humour there to keep him going for such a long time. Very awkward though.
I asked if there was any danger of him falling further down the shaft.
No, there were two things. First of all, they put a line on him, a rope, to ensure that he didn't fall any further. And secondly, they put an inflatable bag that we inflate by air underneath to support him, which made it far more comfortable for him and took the weight off his own body and muscles.
Where's the ambulance now? We'll take it.
Now, having made the hole in the side of the shaft long enough and large enough to get the lad out, we eased him through, and very pleasantly I'm able to report he was conveyed to hospital, but virtually with no injuries at all.
Specially trained cliff rescue teams are provided by several fire brigades. 3 people attempted a shortcut home after dark. They are now trapped halfway down the cliff. It is 2:30 a.m. The rescue team will secure the casualties to the side of the cliff. A helicopter is called in to airlift them to the top. A building site. The worker is buried under 3 feet of earth. He has only minutes to live. They first uncover his head and give him air. The roads are clogged with snow. The first crews arrived on the scene by helicopter. The rescuers themselves are in danger until the sides can be secured against further collapse. This was a preventable accident. To save a bit of time and money, the builders ignored safety procedures, putting their own lives and those of others at risk. The sides of the hole should have been properly shored in the first place. This man was lucky to escape with just a broken arm. It appears that the fire is in the basement only. The hydrant is set in and hose run out. We can't see it, but several floors of this house are already burning at the rear. 15 minutes later, despite the best efforts of the crews inside, the fire spreads in the upper floors. Suddenly it vents through the roof. Notice the smoking window, top right? The smoke grows darker and darker, a sure sign of imminent flash out. These days, ladder rescues from fire are rare. Some firefighters will be involved in 1 or 2 throughout their whole careers. No less than 41 people were rescued from the smoke-filled block of flats. As breathing apparatus crews prepare to enter for search and rescue, multiple ladder rescues continue above their heads. Inside, the staircase is blocked. The 100-foot ladder is the only way out. Patience and reassurance is needed. It can be terrifying for already frightened people to take that first step. Here, shot through smoke and steam, is yet another remarkable rescue. The fire is extinguished. The last hotspots are dug out to prevent reignition, and a thorough investigation into possible causes is begun. A fire in a home can kill a whole family in seconds. When you see a fire engine on the bell, get out the way as soon as possible. Every second counts, and never slipstream. This fire was started by a youngster playing with joss sticks in an upstairs bedroom. Every year, more than 50,000 accidental fires start in homes. Thousands are killed and injured. From where you are sitting right now, can you see a smoke alarm? Every room in your house, apart from the kitchen and bathroom, should be fitted with a smoke alarm. One is not enough. Most fire-related deaths are caused by carelessly disposed cigarettes and matches, or by chip pan fires in the kitchen. Never put water on a chip pan fire. Turn off the heat and cover it with a saucepan lid, or a better idea is to have a fire blanket in the kitchen. Don't try and pick up or move a burning pan. Lock-up garages present unknown hazards. Aerosol canisters, paint, even colour gas cylinders could be inside and explode. If you see a fire like this, call the brigade. Don't assume someone else has made that call. Many fires in the home are caused by faulty electrical wiring. Unplug all non-essential appliances and ensure you and your family are protected by functional smoke alarms. Washer dryers and tumble dryers are particularly vulnerable to fire. Perhaps like many, you do your laundry at night while you're asleep. A smoke alarm could wake you and save your life. These private dwellings are burning so fiercely, the crews have to be withdrawn. The danger is collapse. Every day people's lives are destroyed by fire. Don't just sit there thinking, I must get a smoke alarm. Do it. It could save your life. Thanks to a well-rehearsed fire drill and evacuation procedure, none of the pupils of this school was injured. The fire started in an upper room, broke through into the attic and then, due to the lack of fire breaks in the roof space, spread rapidly to involve the entire roof. No matter how small your dwelling, you should plan an escape route. If you are woken by your smoke alarm, you must be able to think calmly and quickly about escape. If you are trapped on an upper floor, close the door. This can keep the fire at bay for up to half an hour. Use clothes or blankets to seal the bottom of the door against smoke. If you do not have a telephone in your room, open the window and scream for help. Do not jump. If you must leave the room, lower yourself out of the window to your full arm's length before releasing hold of the windowsill. If your home has double glazing, ensure you have an object in the room capable of breaking the glass. Cover the broken glass with a blanket to avoid injury when climbing out. Thousands of gallons of water are pumped each minute from a river running through the school grounds. Despite the best attempts at salvage and damage control, inevitably, water cascades through the building.
Come here, you're all right. Get under the side, get a whack up in there. Go on. Wave it around, knock it around, go on. Keep tight in and wave it around. Knock it up a minute. Keep tying against the wall.
A ceiling hook is used to dislodge plasterwork. The idea is to stop the fire in its tracks. Hours later, crews cut away and damped down the smouldering timbers. Thanks to their tireless efforts, the majority of the building is saved. The semi-derelict hospital roof was already well alight when the first fire crews arrived. Vagrants attempting to keep warm could have started the fire accidentally. The roof is heavily involved. I asked the officer in charge of the incident to describe the task at hand.
The access has made it difficult, and obviously the restricted amount of water. And the other difficulty, of course, is that the fire is located in the roof section and the upper floor, and thereby it is making it difficult to actually penetrate and put the fire out completely without obviously putting persons at risk.
Divisional officer Moby is in attendance.
By the following morning, the fire was virtually out. Crews remained on the scene for many more hours. Packing cases, plastics and other highly combustible materials ensured the rapid spread of fire throughout this warehouse. Ground monitors and handheld jets are used to try and contain the fire. Water is pumped in relays from a nearby river. Billowing smoke descends onto a nearby housing estate. Suddenly it is ascertained that asbestos is involved. An immediate evacuation of the estate is ordered. the fallout risk of asbestos dust contamination is taken seriously. As a precautionary measure, once the fire is out, every firefighter exposed to risk is vacuumed thoroughly. Breathing apparatus sets are washed down. In the event they feel ill, each crew member is issued with a letter that can be taken to their GP. The firefighters then strip and shower a nearby building and have their uniforms removed for cleaning. They change into disposable decontamination suits. Such are some of the many hazards modern firefighters are expected to face.
Having seen Moscow burn, the Emperor Napoleon wrote, "It was the spectacle of a sea and billows of fire, a sky of clouds and flame, like immense waves of the sea, alternatively bursting forth and elevating themselves to the sky of the flame above. Oh, it was the most grand, the most sublime, the most terrific sight the world ever beheld." Every firefighter who has fought a large fire at close range will understand this sentiment. And as we see these firefighters in action at a paper and wood store, we can but marvel at the spectacle of this 40-pump fire, where an area the size of 4 football pitches blazes from end to end, sending flames 70 feet into the air. Thank God for the fire brigade. They are the real-life cavalry.
Some final thoughts. Remember, although we all think it won't happen to us, fires do happen. Protect your home and the lives of your family. Fire kills.
Remember, if you don't get a smoke alarm, you're the smoke alarm.